Hello, everyone. Today is Saturday, June 24th, 2023, at 1:32 a.m. in the morning. I ought to be in bed by now. I ought to be trying to go to sleep. Well, I should have been asleep a long time ago, but I had, I don't remember how, I guess it was a couple of hours ago that I got done uploading the gang stalk and perp walk videos to YouTube, and the fourth video out of the five, it stalled and kept resetting it to the beginning and stuff, but it eventually got uploaded. And so usually, well, since I had a TikTok, since I got TikTok, after some time I figured out and learned that, since when you upload a video on TikTok, it saves, like, it puts a extra backup copy on your phone. So then I put it up on, it puts a backup copy with the TikTok logo on and your screenshot, your screen name on it. So I didn't even bother with, because the way my phone has been acting funny and then Wi-Fi has been acting funny, I just, it was quicker for me to just upload. And then, like, on TikTok, as long as the videos are under 10 minutes, you can combine 2 or 3 videos or maybe even 5 videos together, as long as they have a total time of 10 minutes. And you can put 5 videos all into one, for example, or multiple videos, as long as they add up to under 10 minutes. So I didn't even bother doing that, like combining 2 videos together, or I just uploaded the videos on YouTube. And then I was debating on whether or not to put them on, wait till tomorrow which is later on today, the 24th, to put them on TikTok or just do it right away. And so I did it, and also the video about LaShawn Monique, the second video, they kept trying to reset that video. So I had to use my phone data to finish uploading the last about 13%. And that took up about 2 gigabytes almost. But I have the Wi-Fi here, but I had to use my phone data to finish uploading that so that I can try to get to the store and then come. I went to the post office. I had 1 piece of mail, and come to find out, they finally approved me for Medicaid. It looks like it. They finally approved me for Medicaid. So, because I'm like, I ain't never been denied Medicaid. But ever since after being 21 years old, you don't get Medicaid for dental. See, that's some perps outside blasting loud music, I think. Because I can feel, my feet are against the wall. And when they do their dumb shit like blasting loud music or whatever, I can tell, because I can feel like when my feet are up against the walls, I can feel the walls vibrating. I can feel the walls vibrating. So I finally got all the videos up on YouTube and TikTok, and so yesterday, I'm going to say yesterday, since it's a whole brand new day, several hours ago, I think it was somewhere between 1 and 2 o'clock that I woke up, because I told y'all that I went to bed, at probably 2 o'clock in the morning, or 2:15, and then could not sleep until after 4 o'clock. And then I woke up. I mean, I don't remember if I went to use the bathroom in the morning or something, but I think I finally woke up. It was approximately, I think I remember it being like 1:30 or something like that. And then, so I did the, you know, the other YouTube video, and that took at least 3 hours, 3 or 3.5 hours to upload. And it was a struggle. Well, no, it took at least 4 hours to upload because by 8 o'clock, I mean, I really was trying to go to the store by 7, but 8 o'clock, it was still light outside, and I went to the store. Well, I went to the post office first, and then I went to Dollar General, then I went to Family Dollar, um, because they had some things that I needed at Family Dollar that weren't at Dollar General, some things at Dollar General that weren't at Family Dollar, and and so you know, like they had milk and eggs and stuff at Dollar General, but not Family. Well, they had a few packs. I mean, a few cartons of eggs at Family Dollar, but at Dollar General, I was more likely to get the I was more likely to get the eggs and milk from there because I checked on the app to make sure that they had them before excuse me. So they'll let you know how much of such and such an item is in stock at Dollar General, but sometimes it's not always 100% accurate. So so I think it was earlier this week somebody sent me $10 via PayPal because I had $2.74, and then somebody sent me $10, and so when they sent me the $10, it took off a quarter when I got the instant the instant cash out or whatever, and it went to my bank, and then so what I used the $10 for was toilet paper. I mean, some more toilet paper and some trash bags, and I needed scissors. So, I got two things of scissors, one to use for non-food items and and they were $1 each, one to use for non-food items and another to use for food. So, you know, I was very much thankful and grateful and glad for the $10 that I was able to get some more toilet paper. You see up there? Get some more toilet paper and get me some more trash bags. And because the other trash bags I was kind of running low. So I got me some more toilet paper and trash bags. And so something weird happened. Okay. um so I went to Dollar General and I spent $30 using food stamps only, and getting only food. And then they had a white man that rushed to get behind me in line. And he was intently, like when I was getting my items scanned and stuff, he distracted me because he was standing right behind me in line and was heavily on his phone. He was on his phone. So I figured this got to be a gang stalker. The fact that he rushed to get in line behind me and had only a few items, like a can of tuna, like a small little can of tuna, and I don't remember what other small items he had. So then, he didn't have that much, and then he came right, he hurried up and rushed out of the store before me, hurried up and got in his SUV, and I showed y'all that was in video number the third video, that it took me 3 minutes or something to walk back home, I think. And so he had that, it looked like a gray or silver Jeep, not a Jeep, but the Jeep brand of SUV, but not the specific Jeep, but the Jeep brand of SUV. I guess it was, I mean, was it a Jeep Cherokee? Jeep? I don't think it was a Jeep Cherokee. It was a Jeep something SUV. And I showed y'all he had like one brake light and then I put him on film, and then he manipulated and turned that light off. But it was on that small little white light on the bottom right side, but it wasn't on the left side when he started backing out. And then it had that gray Mazda car that pulled out like right after him. And so the very instant when I walked outside the first video, they had a black female in a car, but I don't remember the car. I just remember it was a car with one headlight. And I just barely made it, I don't remember if I zoomed in and expanded the camera. And then they had the white guy in the black Jeep Cherokee SUV. And, I just got outside, but I had one piece of mail, and I guess they were letting me know that I was approved for Medicaid, because I'm supposed to get Medicaid and Medicare. And like after they stole all my stuff in Pensacola, I didn't even bother no more, because of the fact that what's the name of that place? Waterfront Mission, which I heard was a cult, a fake men's homeless shelter in Pensacola. That's a cult. And they had that cult mentality, acting all weird and everything. And so they were all abusive, narcissistic perps. And I told y'all, I even had video footage of how they used to they would play with my mail and lie and say I didn't have mail. And I thought that was illegal for them to withhold my mail, or keep lying and saying I didn't have mail and stuff. So certain items, like when I had general delivery in Pensacola, you couldn't get a lot. Your mail that you were able to get was limited, and sometimes some people would like a physical address. So when I needed to get a copy of my birth certificate, I had to find a way to use a physical address. And eventually I was able to get, even with my work paychecks, I had to use the physical address, or the address on my driver's license. Because when I was new to Pensacola, and I didn't know that they were going to do that or play those games. So I feel like what a relief that I can finally have control over my mail now. So, I got my P.O. box, and I'm also more grateful and glad to, if I order something on, even if it's not on Amazon, if I order something online, I can get it sent here, so I can get packages sent. So, so for the gang stalkers to falsely accuse me of lying and scamming and stuff like that, I didn't have to tell anyone that the person who donated me $10, that I used it for toilet paper and trash bags and a couple of pairs of dollar scissors. I didn't have to say that. But I'm just proving to y'all that how is that scam? But, I guess I would have had to ration a little bit of toilet paper and trash bags that I had. I would have had to ration it. And, I I mean, say for example, if I didn't get that $42 of food stamps, if I didn't get that $42 of food stamps, then, probably after a few days from now, or maybe, come on, dummy. See, and what time is it? It's 1:47 a.m. in the morning. Y'all just heard that, huh? So, so I worked very little, just a little bit more on my, on the ebook, the mental health ebook, gathered a couple of more resource links. Yes, I'm putting links for y'all to do y'all research, you know. So, I put up links for people to do their research on the truth. So, but I know most people won't want to do their research, and they would just, write me off as crazy. But it's always after everything is too late, then you realize Candy was telling the truth all along. So, you know, so before this month is out, I hope to be wrapped up with the wrapped up and done with the ebook. You know. So but yeah, I mentioned about what I spent on the $10 to show y'all that I'm not scamming people. So 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 I mean I put it to good use for something I needed. So and yes, I thank the person. Yeah, y'all want to get all in my business and know too much, and then they want to be like, yeah, you're so ungrateful, and yeah, I bet you didn't even thank the person. But the trick of the perps, what they'll do is, they want me to say a public thanks to such and such donor so that they can run back to that person and tell them don't donate to her no more. Or try to bully or scam, bully or harass or attack that person for donating or being supportive. So now at this exact point, I have $2.88 in the bank. And I also have still that $5.50 on the side, and the loose change that might be more or less of $1 in coins. I haven't counted it, still not yet. And so then, the $42, what happened at Dollar General was I spent $30.05. And then, I thought I would have maybe like $11.95 left on the bank. I mean on the card, right? So then I noticed that it said $315 and such and such. I don't remember exact amount left over. And I was like, what? Excuse me. So I wondered if it was too good to be true. $315. I ain't never got that much money on a food stamp card at once. Excuse me. Excuse me. So then I went back home and I put all the perishable stuff, I put it all in the freezer and refrigerator, whatever needs to go. Oh, and I got me some, milk, cheese, eggs, some a bag of fries, because I've been craving fries or something and stuff, and I got two little miniature pizzas. Excuse me, and I don't even like DiGiorno. I mean, I'm not even too crazy over DiGiorno pizza or those microwavable pizzas or pizzas that you put in the those pre-made pieces that you put in the microwave or oven or something like. No, it was Red Baron, and I haven't had that in years, and I've forgot how Red Baron brand of little pizza or whatever how it tastes, but I damn sure don't. I don't really care. Like I never really used to like pepperoni pizza. When I get pizza, I love sausage, or sometimes I like ham or Canadian bacon, or my favorite is barbecue chicken. But my favorite is barbecue chicken. But I love sausage or Canadian bacon or ham, and I don't like pineapples on the pizza or whatever. But as I said, you can't even order pizza. You can't order Papa John's, Pizza Hut, Domino's. They won't come here. Jimmy John's sub sandwiches, they won't deliver here. DoorDash won't deliver. Instacart won't deliver. HEB and Aldi or whatever, they won't. Walmart, none of them, they won't deliver over here. So I'm lucky. I got some luck with Amazon. I had maybe maybe 3 or 4 deliveries since living here. You know, so Amazon is like the only thing that would deliver, and so you can get an Uber here, but it'd be hard to get an Uber, but it's way more expensive than when I was in Pensacola. I can get a $7 Uber ride, or $8 Uber ride, but here it'd be like so expensive. But then, hardly any transportation here. So then, after because I just put my groceries up, put it in the freezer, refrigerator, wherever they needed to go, and then I straight up, and I don't remember. Oh, and I got me some cereal. I got cereal, milk, eggs, cheese, a thing of Red Baron pizza, a bag of fries, and I don't remember what else. And then I put my stuff up and then went straight to Family Dollar, and I grabbed the toilet paper, the scissors, and the trash bags, and then I got me some those Jimmy Dean pancakes and sausage on a stick. But I really want some regular pancakes. But I mean, I've seen people make it like as if you can make like a pancake casserole in a crock pot, or French toast casserole in a crock pot. But I haven't tried it. But I got the pancakes and sausage on a stick, and I guess I'll drizzle the honey I have left. I'll drizzle that on there, and so like. I had $315 on my food stamp card. Then, and I got me some like a couple of bags of frozen vegetables. Like one was that blend with the onion, celery, bell pepper, parsley, and I forgot what else. And then another one was like some stir fried vegetables, and I figured, well, I can put that in my beans whenever I get around to cooking the beans. But it seemed like I got so much processed, bioengineered junk food. Oh, and I got me some Nutter Butter wafers. And I thought I used to like these things. I like the regular Nutter Butter better than the wafers. But I tried the wafers before and I used to like them, but this time I tried them, I'm like, what the hell? So, since I had $315 left. And then I spent $13.20 at Family Dollar on the food stamps, but I spent almost $10 on the non-food items on my debit card. So then I got back home, and I was wondering, if it seemed like it was too good to be true for me to have all that much money in food stamps. So I never got like a physical award letter, but I got me, a little bit of paperwork on my food stamps. So so then I put that food in the refrigerator and freezer, wherever it needed to go. I even got me a thing of miniature Magnum bars. I haven't had, me calling myself trying to treat myself. I got 2 little treats, the Magnum bars and the miniature Magnum bars, and the Nutter Butter wafers. But instead of getting potato chips or chips, I just got me some fries. So I guess with me spending I guess I must have spent $1.25 over on the food stamp card, $1.25 over that $42, on the card, not knowing. So then it dawned on me, I thought I was really awarded that $300 something. So it looked like as in total I got $346 in food stamps. Now, like, I'm just one person, and they said that the emergency allotments has been over, since like March. So I went on the app, and I was wondering if this has to be some glitch that I was wondering it, like, I'm just trying to stay on the safe side, because, well, they didn't notify me, well, hey, you have an overpayment, but I never in my life had an overpayment in food stamps and then had to pay it back. So I didn't know at first. So until after I got home with the second trip, with Family Dollar, and then I got back home, and then I realized this must be a glitch or an error or something. So I'm like, let me stay on the safe side and try to not spend anything else on that card, because like I feel like something ain't right with they awarded me the $42 on the 20th, and I think I did. I don't remember if I did check the app, but I called the number on the phone and it said I had $42, and that's all I knew. But I didn't know that every day, like today's now the 24th, but the 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, they were giving me like 42. Then like they were paying me like 2 or 3 times a day, like $42, $65, $66, $42, $65, $66, or however much, until they added up to like $346. So I Google search, overpayment of, SNAP, EBT, or whatever benefits. So they said that, like, the websites were saying, and even certain videos were saying that even if they overpaid you, then you will still have to be responsible for paying that back. Excuse me. Like, paying all that back, So I'm like, damn, this is causing me another stress. Because remember Saturday, I thought that, I thought that Saturday, well, why would these bastards, send me an empty card? Why would they send me an empty card? But I didn't realize I got the benefits 3 days later, you know, on the 20th. And so people try to make it like, when I mentioned about the empty card, they would have people who would make it like as if I'm getting on their nerves, or I'm complaining about something again, or telling me don't stress out, or they try to make it like you're getting on my nerves, stressing yourself out. That's ghetto narcissistic thinking. Always trying to dish out orders, telling people what to do. You don't care about me. So I had nothing to eat or drink until 5:00 yesterday afternoon. Nothing to eat or drink, and then I had the last of that other sausage that I had and savory grits with coconut oil this time. And when I put the coconut oil in the grits, it made the abscess swelling go down. So I put the Tony saturated seasoning. I've been using that a lot since I got up in here. I use the Tony seasoning and coconut oil instead of butter. But I like both. I like the coconut oil and I like the butter. So I used the sauce. I had the sausage and grits. And I don't know what kind of meal that was. It was the first meal of the day, but it was 5-something in the afternoon. And so then, tonight, a few hours ago, when I went to, after putting the groceries up, I never knew that they had like chocolate cinnamon toast crunch. So I bought it to try it, and I got me some, and I know that's Illuminati GMO food, but that's Dollar General food or Family Dollar food or whatever. They have a small selection of natural stuff, So it looked like I was able to save a nice hunk of money, save a few dollars. Maybe I was able to save like $2 on on the cereal. Cause I think the cereal was 2 for $6 or something. But I was able to save a nice bit on the cereal. And see this fly that I just tried to spray, it flew off before I can before any alcohol can land on it and kill it. My reflexes being so slow. So yeah, I got some cereal. I had cereal a few hours ago, like with the new big bowl, the new big ceramic bowl that I bought. That's a big heavy bowl. It's bigger than the other bowl that got broke. So the big ceramic bowl that I got, I filled it up halfway, and had some cereal and milk, the chocolate cinnamon toast crunch, and then I sampled, because it's been years since I had the Nutter Butter wafers. So I had like a few little bit of the wafers of the Nutter Butter wafers, and then I also had, like they said that 3 of those miniature Magnum bars serves one person, but I just had 1 out of the 3. Oh, and I had some Tang earlier around 5 something when I had the grits and sausage. I had some Tang. And I also bought some orange juice, and then later on I thought, well, why did I buy orange juice and I had Tang? But I wasn't even thinking. But I was still stressing out from earlier. So the milk, I bought 2 half gallons of milk because I can't I mean, it's a mini refrigerator, so I can't put a full gallon in a mini refrigerator. So I had to buy two half gallons. And so one of the half gallons of milk, it wasn't. I mean, I didn't realize that it was leaking, and then some milk wasted on the floor under the refrigerator, the mini refrigerator. And I had to clean it up, and I had to clean out the bottom of the refrigerator, and I had to transfer the milk into some separate containers. So dang. So yeah, so I don't even know what these critters are. So dang, I didn't even get a whole lot of. I mean, I didn't even really get meat, but the Jimmy Dean sausage, the Jimmy Dean pancakes and sausage on a stick, and and also the little Red Baron, pepperoni little miniature pizzas. I guess that'll be meat. But I still have the 4 pieces of turkey cutlets that, I guess after I'm done winding down the junk food, I mean, I guess this is junk food, but I'm like, wow, because, with it being Family Dollar and Dollar General, um, but as I said, I didn't realize, I guess out of the $42, I spent a dollar unknowingly. I spent $1.25 over the 42, so I spent more like 43.25 on food, and I'm like, well, I don't want to spend no more because I mean they haven't said anything yet, but I figured this must be a glitch or an error for them to just give me extra food stamps like 2 or 3 times a day. And so I also screenshot the accidental transactions, and I'm sitting here, trying to do the right thing. Even if I suspect something ain't right, I'm sitting here, trying to do the right thing. I ain't trying to break the law or nothing like that. So it looked like that the Tar Hospital, whatever fucking name of the hospital. Damn. So it looked like the hospital tried to make like they were trying to bill me for the visit, but I gave them the I mean, it seemed like the way they treated me, I shouldn't even have to pay a fucking ambulance bill or nothing like that. The way they abused and psychologically, mentally, and emotionally tortured me, I shouldn't have to be forced to pay a fucking bill. Y'all didn't even treat me properly. They didn't even treat me properly like I'm supposed to be. They violated my human rights. But yeah, now they want to make it like they're sending me billing statement. I can't even afford it. But those bastards, they hit me with the directed energy weapons and made me feel the way they made me feel. And then, I had to go into the ambulance and I mean, I don't think I even got a bill or was charged when I had to go to the emergency room on New Year's Eve in Pensacola. And the paramedic people treated me much better. You know, the paramedics treated me with more respect, but gang stalkers were following the shit out of me with one headlight, and I'm on my way to the emergency room. I think I might have had like a video or picture footage of evidence of that. I'm like, that's some shit. I'm sitting here riding on to the emergency room and don't know if this is a life or death situation, and you're still gang stalking and following me with one headlight and being weird. So, as I said, the fake paramedic people and that abusive narcissistic lady, she showed out and made a big scene. And they didn't want to be supportive of helping me get rid of, it didn't even take much, but they wanted to torture me and force me to be, mentally, tortured with that fly, when they could have helped take the fly if it was freaking me out. But, they were sadistic and did that on purpose. So, they were sadistic and did that on purpose. And as I said, that abusive narcissistic lady, she publicly humiliated me and made a big scene, and they scapegoated and lied and said that, oh, it's the alcohol making. No, when y'all are part of the program, and y'all know fucking well that was the directed energy weapons that did this. So after I woke up yesterday afternoon, and also when I try to lay down sometime in the evening or night or something, and they try to cause me mild nausea and vertigo again, and I'm like, I almost need to have to take the healing gravy again. So I almost needed to have to take the healing gravy. So well, what does that sound like to y'all? Did that sound like an error or a glitch for them to, put like $42 and then twice, and then because the amount seemed like they were showing up twice, like $42 twice, and then $65 twice, and then $66 twice. So, and they say even if it's an error on their part, you still have to be responsible for paying that back. But yeah, like with me talking about my targeting, I hate how they have abusive narcs that try to make like, me talking about my targeting, and you say you're targeted too, and you make it like as if you want to yell at me every video that you see about me, or make it like as if my so-called whining and complaining get on your nerves. But you still stay subscribed though, and you act like a narcissistic control freak fake friend, and a narcissistic control freak fake T.I. perp, and treat me like I lack common sense, or like I don't know no better. And then you claim that your family members treat you like you slow or don't know no better. But why you do it to me? You don't even know me. But, for people to try to frighten, manipulate, and scare me and try to control what I say on my own YouTube or TikTok or Twitter, even Twitter, So I'm not even talking to you directly. on like, but if I'm saying, well, I got this situation going on, and then you want to try to control and fix me, or as I said, treat me like as if I get on your nerves, or you know, so and how you gonna feel like you come in my willfully and voluntarily come in my live stream and try to make it like as if I'm annoying or getting on your nerves, and you just yelling at me, trying to tell me what to do, or try to control me, and treat me like I lack common sense, and you treat me like as if I'm annoying or getting on your nerves, and then all of a sudden you're the victim when I block you. And I'm like, well, I did your favor for you. If I get on your nerves, but then you want to try to control what I post. So what I was trying to say earlier or yesterday was that if they have a perp that says something insulting or something that would sabotage me trying to get help, when I need the help, you trying to sabotage me trying to get help when I need the help, and then you say something, as a way of victim blaming and trying to sabotage, and then in a way that you would manipulate everybody to defend and agree with your victim blaming statement in order to manipulate everybody else to turn against me, because you are a cerebral know-it-all narcissist who think you know better. And then and then you claim you're victimized by a narcissist or you being gang stalked, but then you're doing the same shit to me. Excuse me. So if you claim you being victimized by a narcissist, but then you act like a narcissistic control fake friend towards me, and try to dictate how I should handle my targeting when I didn't ask you for your advice. Not on that. I ain't asked you for nothing. You just volunteer to try to control and fix me. So I was trying to say that if they have somebody who's would say something perp-like or something sabotaging when I would be on the streets and need help or something, or if they have somebody who say something offensive in the comments on my channel, of course, if I know you're a perp, I'm blocking you. But my thing is, I freak out and cry when, not physically cry, but I would feel hurt when people block me unprovoked for nothing and I never did you anything. But if we got into an argument or something like that, or, or had, like an argument or something, then it'll be quite understandable why you blocked me, or I'll at least know why you did it. Even if you blocked me and you were wrong, I at least know why you did it. But if somebody says something to try to sabotage my help, or or try to say stuff to manipulate people to not want to help or support me, like say for example, if I'm asking for help with the hotel room, right, and I'm out on the streets, I know Pensacola better than you do. You never set foot in here, you never even researched it, but you just automatically assume they got shelters. Go to a shelter and then get a whole bunch of thumbs up. Motherfucker, you a perp and you know what you're doing. You're trying to sabotage me trying to get help. And then you falsely accuse me of scamming people when, first of all, any city and state, shelters charge money. Shelters aren't free. Shelters aren't safe. Shelters are for the human trafficking and mind control. And they're cults. So the shelters, and a lot of the times when you're targeted, sometimes they might lie to me, like they did in Cincinnati, lie to me and say that there's no openings. And they've done that in Greenville, South Carolina, and a few other places. They will lie and say that there's no openings, so that you'll have to be forced to be out in the cold on the streets. But sometimes they be telling the truth about shelters being full, because they usually do be full. A lot, so if shelters are full and I have to be on the streets and they got like a, unexpected, out of the blue, violent tornadoes and stuff like that, and if they say seek, dangerous weather, seek shelter now, and I don't have any, and I got to be out there nearly die out in high winds with objects being picked up and thrown by the wind and nearly hitting me, and for me to nearly die out in that weather, and y'all don't care and that's why I said, if y'all want to set me up to die out in that weather, y'all got blood on y'all hands. Sadistic. So y'all got blood on y'all hands. If y'all want to, it ain't that easy. That's like when people try to falsely suggest that psychiatry is good and psych pills are helpful. How can you say that and you never experienced it? I know I've lived through it. You haven't. You just only going by hearsay. So you think that these shelters are good, but you've been living a shelter with the rich life, the high life, all your life. Don't know what it's like to suffer. You don't know what it's like to suffer. But so you do not know what it's like to suffer. But you think that you can tell me what's good. So what I was trying to say was that people, like, if they come and make a perp comment on my channel by harassing me, like what David Jane and the fake Donnell Williams and Aquarium Doors, and other perps would do, or if they come on my channel and spread the slander. The reason why I in the fake Darnell Williams perp, he asked me a few days ago, oh, well, why do you delete my comment and then repost it somewhere else? Well, I block you, first of all, to call myself trying to put a halt to your harassment. And as I said, I'm not going to let y'all think y'all have the right to deserve more thumbs up and likes. I'm the only person I see on YouTube who got to go through this. 100 views and be lucky if I get one person to press the like button on the video. But then I go look on the YouTube studio and I got 18, 19 thumbs down. Like as if y'all think y'all want to play God and make it like you didn't approve of me or you didn't approve of my video, but you've been stalking and harassing and watching me for years, hating me for years. So it's like, I block you so that you won't be able to try to get more fraudulent, illegal thumbs up on your abusive, your comment that should be considered, as violating YouTube guidelines or breaking the rules or whatever. Y'all get praised for insulting, harassing, and putting people down. Well, I'm just talking about what I'm going through. But then I repost what you did wrong for evidence that you're stalking me, you're harassing me, you're following me around, you won't leave me alone. So but yeah, I'm not gonna sit there and allow abuse. I mean, I don't have to take abuse from y'all. They think I'm supposed to not block them and allow them to just like in Ignorant Project Ghetto New Orleans people like to say, I ain't gonna sit here and let you talk to me in all kind of way. I ain't gonna sit here and let you talk to me in all kind of way. I'm not gonna sit here and let you talk to me in your kind of way. So I'm sitting here trying to defend and protect myself, and when I block trolls, I get called crazy. Like, I'm supposed to be expected to stay silent, stay quiet, and just tolerate abuse and not allowed to fight back. And they want to say shut up and ignore, but then they have had sincere targeted individuals who believed the gang stalking slander about me and was bewitched by fake T.I. perps and regular gang stalkers. See that? Look at that train doing the noise harassment. All behind me because I'm talking and doing a video. And you want to disturb my video on purpose. I didn't succeed at catching it. I think these are termites. One of them, I think, tried to crawl on my lip just now. So, I don't know where the thing went. So they got so the night before last I didn't have to spray a lot, but tonight I had to spray a lot. So the milk that spilled, luckily that was the one that expires July 5th. And it tasted a little bit sour. But the other one, it expires July 10th. So with the other, even say for example, even if I'm supposed to get, like, I pay $5.40 a month, even though it's all bills included. But I pay $5.40 a month, and I think they said next month I'm supposed to get $65 in food stamps. So I mean, and you know, they have people who shun people who say that they're Christian, or if they might consider themselves conservative or whatever, and they look down on and shun people who who live off the government or get food stamps or whatever. But I got no choice because they won't let me be independent or have a job or a real job or something. And now I'm hindered by transportation. And so, you know, even if you're disabled, they shun you for being on Social Security. And I get attacked, shunned, and blamed. And then it's like, well, I'm like, well, the foster mom and the social worker and all them, they had it in, I mean, for me to be put on Social Security before I even turned 18. And I didn't know that the foster mom was secretly getting Social Security for me behind my back while I was in foster care and didn't tell me shit. And that's why when we got out of foster care, my twin sister got, like, with this trust fund money, we both got it. It's like, why I only got 3,000 something and my twin sister got at least 15,000, enough to get her a car. And no, it was almost 4,000 because it was like $3,946, and the foster mom took my money. She took my no, you know what? I think it was 55. No, you know what? The Social Security back pay was 3,946, and the trust fund was 55,000 something, or 5,500 or somewhere around there. I don't remember exactly, but the foster mom, she took that money. You know, she took that money, and she was trying to juice my head up to believe that when I get my Social Security back pay that I can get a new car. She took that money. And then it was right around me and my twin sister's birthday, August 2002, when she dropped me off for my second year of college at Nichols State University. And I tried to ask her for my money, for at least some of my money. And I had to start the semester with no money, you know, no cash, nothing. And she drove off and ignored me, and I bust out crying. And people were looking at me like I was crazy and wondering why I'm crying. You know, they were, you know, and I told them. But, you know, so it's like they're trafficking you and forcing you to be considered disabled while you're in foster care, so that they can make more money off of you, and they want you to be ignorant so that you can't. They want you to be ignorant and disabled so that you can be considered as weak and can't fight back, or know too much, or know the truth. And they drug you up on purpose so you can't, quote unquote, know too much or know what they're up to. So if they coercively infantilize you, or, quote unquote, force handicap you, you know, or try to make it like you're less capable or more disabled, you know, and the fake foster mom had no shame in trying to be like, and you wonder why everybody call you retarded. She didn't have any shame in talking to me like that. You know, she didn't feel ashamed to say that to me. And you wonder why everybody call you retarded. And so, you know, she didn't want me to graduate with honors. She didn't want me to take honors classes. She didn't even want me to talk about being in honors. It's like, who the hell would force somebody to be a failure in life, or force somebody to fail and then punish them for failing? You never did this to your biological birth kids. And the foster mom, she used to say, my children ain't never disrespected and talked to me the way you do. Well, you never did them the stuff you do to us. I got grown children. Let me tell you something, Candy. I got grown children that ain't never talked to me the way you talk to me. Or ain't never disrespected me the way you did. You ain't, I mean, well, it's like you never forced them to sleep outside. You never forced your birth kids to sleep outside. You never forced them to eat out the garbage can at 3 years old. You never, I don't know if you ever whipped them, but they had more privileges and freedom than we did. But the closest to the most persecuted and scapegoat black sheep targeted individual would have been the foster sister April. Outcast, April was treated, so badly by the foster mom that she got the hell on out when she was 18. And we were 5 years old. And, we were too young to understand what was going on. She took pictures with the foster dad, Al. And I remember her taking pictures with the foster dad, Al. And she left for like a year and a half. April. And then afterwards, she was pregnant with Kyle, the first child, and she was like 20 years old and we were 6. And she was 20 going on 21 and we were 6 going on 7. And she came back and she was pregnant with Kyle. And, and then I think she stayed until we were 8 and Kyle had just turned 2. And then she went back to Inglewood, California by her biological dad, which was the foster mom's famous second husband, that Grammy Award winner, the man who was in the Funky Meters music group. So, yeah, that's their dad. And so, so then it's like, so then, I guess sometime between 8 years old and 13, maybe Kyle came over, a few times. No, we were 12 years old and April just had Kayla. And then she stayed up with us for a while. And then her and her husband Benny got a place in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And then Bryce was born in Oklahoma. And then after that, then they moved to Hampton, Virginia. And so twice I think we went to Virginia. Once at 14 and once at 17. 2 or 3 times. No, twice. I don't remember going to Virginia when we were in my sophomore year in high school. But 9th going on 10th grade, we went to Virginia. But the summer of 8th going on 9th grade, we went to see April in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And we saw all those Choctaw Indian people. And she used to live at some apartment complex called the Marina. And that place was really nice and luxury looking. And it had like a big, fat, huge lake. And it had, it was looked like a luxury apartment complex with a big, huge lake. And it had like, I don't know how many swimming pools they had. But it was really nice. And so I don't know if I still have that picture of when I was 13 going on 14. My hair it wasn't styled like this. It was more like a flat top. And it was more like a flat top. And and I was skinny. I was skinny, and I was, you know, I was, yeah, I was skinny and 13 years old, still being called fat and greedy. But I was skinny. I was like the same height I am now, 5'2", and I think I was about 100, probably about 130 pounds. Still being called fat and greedy. But I was 11 years old in 6th grade and on that Prozac. And yeah, the 6th grade dance picture, I think I did look a little bit chunky, but blame the doggone Prozac. But yeah, junior high and high school, I was skinny. Until my senior year in high school, that's when I started to get fat. And then, because of that Risperdal medication, excuse me, and then, and I started eating more because the medicine used to make me hungry. And so, then, I was 18 years old and gained 30 pounds. Like they said, a freshman 15, but I gained 30 and was on that trazodone and those other medications. And after I left Nichols and got to UNO, and I ended up being like 220 pounds. And then when Hurricane Katrina happened, I was 245. Then I climbed all the way up to 279. Then when I was still on those psych meds. Then when I was in New York, because people were forcing me to still see a psychiatrist and take medicine, even after foster care. Come on, man. You know, I mean, they were forcing me to see a psychiatrist and take medicine. Dumbass train. So, I was forced to see a psychiatrist and take medicine even as an adult. And so then, when I was in New York in 2006, after Hurricane Katrina, and I was homeless and in a shelter, I gained up to, I was homeless and in a shelter, excuse me, and I gained up to all the way to 306 pounds. And then for me to eat just lettuce, come on, man. For me to eat just lettuce, I was still gaining more weight without even trying. So it seemed like I'd be bigger and more overweight when I'm homeless than when I have a place. But then, you know, living in Denton, Texas, like 2009 or something, I lost some weight. And I don't remember how much I got down to, but I got like borderline skinny, but still over 200 pounds. And I was still on those psych medications, but I was walking a lot. And then 2010, I tried to go back to school. That didn't work out, and I was depressed and suicidal depressed. And then I gained some of that weight back, and then got all the way back to like 260 something pounds. And in the mental hospital, they forced me to take this medicine at Mayhill Hospital, and where they starve you. And I gained from 210 pounds to 265 pounds. I gained 55 pounds in 18 days, and they had my diet so restricted. You know, and I'm like, if I was forced to eat less food, how the hell I gained so much weight? Because it's a side effect of that medication. And so, living in Los Angeles, my weight was always between 245 and 279. Even with me calling myself trying to do the raw vegan thing or trying to walk for exercise or whatever or go to the beach or whatever. Then dealing with Lisa Ruby, I gained up to 320 pounds fucking around with her. And that was the biggest I ever in my life been. And then I got back down to 279, then 274, 275. And then once I got back to New Orleans, I was in 2017, I started losing, and then by the time of like I was slim and not skinny, but looking good. My hair was growing out some, and I had just became homeless. It was 2018, and I tried to work at the Grand Canyon. I wish I still had those pictures. And those people stole like the pictures and videos that I did at the Grand Canyon. And so I didn't know, or I didn't foresee that my stuff was gonna get stolen once I got back to Los Angeles. I couldn't retrieve anything at all. So then like beginning of the end of 2018 and beginning of 2019 was the first time in my adulthood life that I got back under 200 pounds. I got way down to like 192. And then, excuse me, and that was the smallest I ever got in my adulthood. And then when I, dealt with more homelessness, I got up to 220. And then I started gaining weight. And, I guess even the perps pointed out that in summer 2020, I was much smaller than what I am now. But it seemed like even in 2021 and 2022, it seemed like my weight stayed anywhere between 250 and 280. And I could never get down, get down more. But if the perps falsely accused me of being greedy and eating too much just to be cruel and mean, as I said, I've been eating less. I've been eating, I guess inevitably twice a day or one, it was a couple of days ago. I don't remember if it was Wednesday that I only ate once. But y'all still say Candy's fat and greedy and getting bigger. But I could have been lost some more weight. But as I said, I'm not lazy. But, for me to try to avoid gang stalking and for them to have an opportunity to set up a mental health crisis, or, fuck with and harass me and try to set up a mental health crisis, a manufactured mental health crisis, That's why one of the reasons why I stay inside, and only go out when I have to, But I wish I could be, and then right when I felt like, I wanted to start exercising every day or almost every day and going for walks, that's when they started causing me the vertigo and nausea and sleep depriving me, and I couldn't even really go for walks, and so I can't even shower every day because of them squeezing my organs. But last time, a couple of days ago, they squeezed my organs, but the 2 or 3 times before that, they did not squeeze my organs. So, what time is it? It's 2:51 a.m. in the morning, almost 3 o'clock. And I felt like, well, hell, But I really need to. I really need to, and want to try to get back on a better schedule, better sleep schedule. With you know, it seemed like I could never get to that point. But before they started sleep depriving me and causing me the vertigo for like a few days, I was able to try to go to sleep and fall asleep at 11 o'clock at night or around midnight. And now I'm set back to where I can't even fall asleep until like 6 o'clock in the morning, or between 4 and 7 o'clock in the morning. I hate that. And then I wake up and feeling all weird, or sleeping at various times of the day, and I don't get to control when I fall asleep because they're controlling it. The gang stalking network, you know. So thanks for listening to me. I'll see y'all in a few hours.